Should we tell them what's just happened?
Oh gosh.
Oh no.
Yeah, sorry if I'm not as much energy in this. Shit. Oh, girls. Any of my allergy girls out there who have a nut allergy? Oh my God.
Everywhere we go, there ends up being a sneaky nut somewhere.
Even when the ingredient says no nuts.
I know, there's still a nut.
Yeah, so I might run and vomit, but like if I don't, then we'll get through this.
Yep. And I'll cut that bit out.
Yeah. Do it all.
Okay.
I'll do it all for Girls to Women.
Doing it for the plot, basically. Doing it for the content. Well, welcome back to Girls to Women. All right, girls, you know what you got to do? You got to like and subscribe, okay? Especially if you do have an allergy. Just give us a subscribe because you feel bad.
Yeah.
Well, what we're going to talk about today is basically how we live this, like, essentially multi-millionaire lifestyle.
100%. Look at where we are.
Without being multi-millionaires.
No, we're not multi-millionaires.
Let's be real. We're not.
We can pretend we are, but we're
not 8-figure entrepreneurs, you know?
We will be.
Yeah, well, our husbands are.
Yeah.
Or 9-figure entrepreneurs, right? But like we're staying in the Kapinski. We're getting flown to Korea, right? We make money online. We make a great amount of money online.
Yeah, we do make good money.
But we're not even like paying for anything.
No, it's great. It's like the more money you make, the less you pay for.
Yes.
If you do everything right.
Correct, but there is also an art to this. So some of you are probably like, oh, you just have sugar daddies. And
no, we don't.
Girl, sometimes I wish I had a sugar daddy because I'm
Same.
like, I don't want to be paying off my credit cards by myself anymore.
Right? Honestly, the amount of money we've spent this year, I'm like, give us a sugar daddy.
I swear it's been kind of sickening, to be honest.
Yeah.
But we just kind of wanted to give you a little scoopy because here's the
100%.
thing. Like, a lot of them would have actually seen She Sells with Brooke, right?
Yeah.
That's where I'm the head coach and where Cassie did her training.
Yes.
That's
how we all met.
Yes, exactly. And then there's no gatekeeping here, essentially, right? If you want to live this lifestyle as a woman and you don't want to wait for your man, like you want to start making it for yourself first, I do recommend that because it's kind of like you get used to the bougie lifestyle. Then you meet the guys in these places as well.
Exactly. You have to be in the places to meet the people in the places.
Exactly. So that makes sense to me. Like if you want to put yourself in those positions, like you got to earn some money to get to that position. Yeah. Right? But there's smart ways of doing it.
Of course.
Right? So one is obviously high income online. Yeah?
Uh-huh. And that can be a multitude of ways. It doesn't just have to be sales.
Right. Because you did influencing before and you used to get paid a mozza for a post, right?
Yeah. Pretty good. Like sometimes up to 5K for a post. That's just one post.
Right.
So there's good money in influencer. And that's just me at that point, I was just macro level. But if you can even make money as a micro influencer.
Yes.
Sorry. And if you're a massive influencer, their posts are starting at like 20, 30K. It's actually crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy money in it, especially TikTok. Wild money.
That's amazing. It's funny because we came off the airport this morning and we're in the chauffeur line waiting for our chauffeur. And I said to Cassie, I'm like, oh, look. Those are the two big influencers that were on our flight. They were in business class though. We were in first. Cool. Still, doesn't matter. But yeah, they're making their money. So I know she is from influencing, and he is also, I believe, he is a Fashion Nova Men model.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So he's a Fashion Nova Men's model, and then an influencer turned from that. So he's obviously making a mozza with that.
Yeah.
So there are plenty of ways. Like you can build your social media empire to be a content influencer.
Yeah.
You can do user-generated content, which is what I did.
Yeah, UGC, there's a lot of money in that.
Yeah. So I used to do UGC creation, so user-generated content. For all you girls who don't know, like anyone who's got a brand, they can send you things and then you can build content. You make content for them. So for example, say I've got this like Kapinski water bottle, right? They're like, it's a brand new water bottle. It's got all these filters and whatever. They'd ship it to my house and then I would give them a delivery time. Mm-hmm. Usually I'd deliver within 48 hours. So I was really quick.
That's really quick. Because I know people that go up to like a month.
No, I do it really quick. And I charge a decent amount of money as well for really short reels. Yeah, really short reels, not even my face is in it. And then I would just be like unboxing, doing some cool stuff with it, whatever it is. Make like a few hundred USD. If I'm talking, it goes up as well. Also because I am Australian, my accent is really desired. So I could charge more, right? Because you have a lot of people from developing countries that would try and go on UGC platforms like Fiverr and whatnot.
I was going to say Fiverr is really good for that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
or
but
Upwork.
but their accents are not desirable for TikTok Shop and United States and Australian customers.
And then a lot of Western people aren't actually on those things.
Exactly.
So you've already got like a,
I had the advantage.
Yeah.
So I was doing consistent like 8 to 10K months just doing that.
Which is great for like half the time not even using your face.
I know, absolutely.
Girls, you could all be doing this.
Literally. Like,
use your face or not, whatever. Yeah.
Get
absolutely.
on it. Yeah. So you can be an influencer. You can do UGC if you don't want to build the influencer platform.
There's also faceless content as well. Yeah, so if you wanted to do faceless YouTube, you can start. There are faceless YouTube accounts making 100K a month.
More than.
There actually is.
Yeah.
And there's heaps of tutorials on YouTube. You could do a YouTube course.
Yeah.
It's YouTube automation. That's what it's called.
You've got to, this is the thing. People think, it's just so easy. Like,
none of this is easy.
Got to pick a viral niche and be consistent with it.
Yeah, and it's hard work.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Look,
everything is.
Yeah, you got to choose your hard, right?
Yeah.
You want to make 10, 20, 30, 40, 50K plus months. You need to be willing to put the work in. Otherwise, don't even step to us and be like, how do you girls pay for this life? We're willing to put the work in.
Exactly. And look, the work's not going to be consistently high stress, high hustle.
Correct.
It's not. You might do. I hustled probably for like a year in all honesty. Yeah. Now I'm chilled out a bit. But I was obsessed. I was watching training all day, every day. I would literally not go out. There was 6 months during wet season where all I did was watch sales videos.
Love that.
And now I don't really watch as many anymore because I don't need to. No. I probably should, but...
Giving queen energy, she's like, I'm the top closer, I don't need to do that.
I do. You could always do more.
Could always improve.
But at this moment in time, I'm not in my super hustle era.
Correct.
But I will be in January again.
Yeah.
So, it's not always like that. Yeah.
Got a few weeks until the end of the year. Let's just relax.
Back into it.
Yeah, whereas me, I've hung up my closing boots.
This is 5 years of closing over here. It's a bit different.
It's
a long time.
Crazy, I know.
To be using that much mental stimulation, energy.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a lot. So that would be like, if we're talking about the next realm, it's online sales, which is what Cassie and I do, or what I used to do. I've got about a week left and then I'm done.
Yeah.
Which is wild, because then the next step for me is
evolving.
Well, yeah, correct. It's getting paid for, I want to publish a book. Well, it's already done.
Yeah.
Paid for speaking on stages, like having a bigger impact, having partnerships in business rather than just closing.
Yeah.
That's generally the next evolution after you close, is you start a business or you have a partnership in something, right? And then obviously rich provider husband.
Yeah, figure out what you're going to do.
Exactly, right.
Yeah.
But let's talk about online sales, and we will link below as well what we do. But essentially, it's just closing deals remotely online for other coaches or influencers or companies that don't have the capacity to take the calls themselves. And Cassie would take a nice cut of that commission when she closes.
Yeah. And I don't even take industry standard. I take 8%.
Exactly.
Industry standard's 10.
Yeah.
Some places will go up to say 12. They'll give bonuses, whatever. My company's very just below, like 8%, no bonus, nothing.
Yeah.
Do your job.
It makes up for the fact that she's got a super high ticket account, which is great.
Yeah. But I'm going to ask for a higher percentage soon, because 8%'s not cutting it anymore. Like, come on, man. But it's a cool industry. I really love talking about what I talk about, which is dating, relationships.
Matchmaking.
I could talk about it all day. Sometimes I come down and I'm like, I just had the best conversation, because it's a passion of mine and we talk about it all the time. So it's like,
Girls2Women.
as if it's my job as well, I'm like talking to men. I get to know what men want. I get
paid for that.
Yeah, and now I'm talking to women too, which is really cool.
Yeah. Yep.
So you can pick a niche that you love, and then it doesn't even feel like work.
That's the thing, right? It is also about getting into accounts that you align with. So I've always closed in like the self-development or make money online niche, things like that, because that's what I love, right? Health and wellness as well. I love that kind of stuff. If you can speak passionately about something naturally, you should be closing on that account.
Exactly. And then when you pitch it, will just feel like there'll be so much conviction coming through.
Yeah.
And it won't feel like work. You can do it like endlessly. You want to learn more about the offer naturally because you're interested in it. Don't just choose something because it's high ticket. Like when I first was looking for a job, I applied for so many because I was like, you know what, I'm going to just dip my toe in a little bit, see what this is about. And I really wanted that feeling. And I never got the feeling with any of the offers that said yes to me. And then when Blush came around, I was like, oh, wait, hold on a second. And I did my video. I spoke to Mitch, who's the sales manager, who's great. And we had such a good energy together. And I was like, this is my account.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just because it was high ticket.
Yeah.
It was the highest ticket, but also they only wanted higher distinction performers, which there wasn't that many of us.
Which is Cassie.
Which is, again, why at the start you hustle, you work super hard, get that qualification, and then you can get your pick of the good jobs.
Absolutely. Yeah. And see, that's like online sales is just one other avenue, right? There are so many avenues, like we just said, there's influencing, there's UGC, there is online sales women.
YouTube automation.
You can do MLMs e-commerce. If you want to.
I mean, look.
If you want to.
My friend makes 50K pounds, which is a lot, a week.
A week?
A week.
What does she sell?
Okay, so she used to sell, there was Valentus, I don't know if you've heard of that one. And then she moved, I think she did Monet for a little bit. And then now she does her own, she's got a trading offer where I don't know.
Yeah, see, I'm just
you
not
copy
a fan.
The trades.
That's what I mean. I'm not a fan of MLMs. Like I've dabbled in one myself, and it's just.
I did too. I did Herbalife.
Yeah, when you see the way that it's structured, you know that it obviously is a pyramid scheme. That's what it is.
Full-on pyramid.
But
scheme.
If you want to go down that route, girlies, that's up to you. Like it's another way for you to make money online.
There's nothing wrong with it if you're okay with that system, and also if you're okay with showing up like that online.
That's correct. Yeah,
you gotta have balls.
Yeah, that's the main difference between MLM and online sales is that we don't have to pitch to our family and friends on social media. The leads get booked in who are interested in our offer.
How annoying was it? I was such a spammy, annoying person. I'd be like, oh wow, look at Jennifer, she's lost all this weight. And then I would do all these slides about it. And then I'm like, join my team. They're making heaps of money whilst they weren't.
Right.
And so you're kind of half lying as well.
No, it is.
It's like digital marketing though. It's very similar. Digital marketing is all about selling a course to sell a course. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. So I want to change that. So digital marketing just means selling products online. But again, I don't like the digital marketing MLM thing, which is a sell a course to sell a course to sell a course to sell a course.
Because initially I was like, oh, what's this digital marketing? So I made all these products and then it just ended up still kind of being MLM.
Yeah.
So I stopped it and I was like, I feel like annoying. I'm a spammy social media person. This isn't for me. This doesn't feel congruent with what I want to do or who I am. So I tried all these things though.
Yeah.
We've spoken about this before. I tried all these things. So you have to try on a few hats to get the one that actually fits.
Exactly. But do you know what's crazy is that I love digital products. So like TikTok shop, like having Stand Store, all these kinds of things. Brookie and I have one for She's Not Selling, which is a sales related stuff. And I did a little 24-hour sale for the girls on my money magic course, which I'll link for you below as well. But in less than 24 hours, I did $750.
Easy.
Do you know what I mean?
Just passively.
That's passively. I'm not doing anything for that.
Exactly.
Right?
Once it's made, it's like YouTube, for example, right? Once the video is made, it's on the internet forever.
Yeah.
You can always earn money from that. And this is the same for faceless videos, any kind of niche that you're in, that's evergreen.
Exactly. But when it does come to digital products, I will say the thing that people don't tell you is that you need to have an audience. You need to have expertise in something. You need to be the person that people want to buy from. Why do they want to buy from you? What are you good at?
They trust you as well.
Right?
And you have
Show me what you're good at.
Build that. And that comes with extreme consistency.
Yeah.
If you're not posting reels 3 times a day to grow your account, good luck.
You're not growing fast enough.
TikTok, you need to do 3 to 8 TikToks a day nowadays. Because it's so
but again, it's worth it though.
Worth it for sure, yeah. And but it's hard if you've got a job, like, to commit that much.
Yeah, well, that's why you have to find an avenue that's going to suit you. If you're starting a side hustle, that's why I started e-commerce back in the day, drop shipping, then private labeling, then starting my own brand once I made more and more money. But I was consistent with it and I didn't stop. Like, it got really freaking hard, but it was worth it. But that's what I mean. Like, you can have an Etsy store, you can have an Amazon store, you can have a Shopify store, which is what I had. Yeah.
Yeah, and Amazon's great. You could sell anything. Start a dog page and sell dog products.
Literally, you can do anything these days. Print on demand with your own designs, whatever you want. Like, sometimes it probably feels like it's overwhelming because there are so many options.
It can be, yeah, for sure.
But you've got to choose one. If you really want to live the lifestyle that Cassie and I mean, for goodness sakes, I had caviar and champagne for dinner last night.
Not bad.
In first class on Emirates while I'm flying to Dubai, and now we're in Dubai, staying in this palatial estate.
Oh, it's great. And it just feels like normal though.
But this is our baseline normal now because we made so much money. We put ourselves in that frequency, so we attract more.
I think it's definitely about the frequency too. Like, I don't even think about money made. I think about how I'm feeling.
Exactly.
And I never feel like this life is not for me. And I never feel, oh my gosh, it's too much. I'm just like, yeah, this is right. This is how we should be living. This is the standard.
was one of our favorite hotels, right?
The standard in Singapore.
This is the standard. You have to ask yourself, like, where is my baseline thermostat set?
Yes.
Am I expecting a millionaire lifestyle like what Cassie and I are living, but your baseline frequency is poverty?
Yeah,
literally. Because we were both there. We've been there before, right? We've been in toxic patterns before.
Absolutely.
Or am I literally putting out to the universe, hey, I am that woman who earns 7 figures a year, and I treat myself like that, and I move with the certainty and conviction of that, knowing that God has me, knowing that the universe is here to support me.
Yeah, moving with that conviction is really important.
That's key.
Your aura, your energy, the way you hold yourself, the way you walk, your posture, everything, the way you speak, the way you communicate with people, it all blends into it.
Yes, and the crazy thing is, when you get to this level where it does really become your baseline frequency, you'll know, because people will start to bow down to you.
Yeah.
They'll be like, what can I do for you, miss? Like, how do we... Cassie and I just got a message because she couldn't have any of the little amuse-bouches that they had here for her because they had nuts. Where are we going in about 45 minutes? Some jewelry place?
Yeah, we're going to get some like high jewelry. There's a little gift for us, so we'll obviously be filming that. Hopefully we can get a little gift for tonight for dinner.
Right, and I actually set a challenge. I'm going to say it in here,
yes,
right? Because
this
is the millionaire lifestyle video that we're talking about.
Girls.
Yeah.
These are the kind of games we play.
Yes, these are the kind of games I want you to play. Yeah, not playing with someone's heart.
No.
Playing with the bank account of life.
Yes, because money is just a Dubai.
Exactly.
Yes.
Money's not real.
Money is not real.
It's not real. It's just a frequency that's
energy,
real, right?
It's a frequency.
So I called this a Dubai challenge, and Cassie was like, "The fuck is that?"
I'm like, tell me more.
What's that? So we're here for 10 nights, 11 days, right? It's a long time in Dubai, actually. Yeah. I said, let's count how many full days we can go without paying for anything. I'm talking like a water bottle, coffee, nothing.
Yep.
Nothing. So far, we've paid for nothing.
Yeah, so far.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I know we've just landed, but like we've got breakfast covered, lunch covered, snacks covered, dinner covered. Then we're going out later. We're getting picked up.
Yeah.
That's transport covered and going out.
Yeah.
Then tomorrow we've got breakfast, lunch and dinner again. Mm-hmm. And then probably out again.
Which we won't pay for.
Right?
So, and do you know why? Because we leverage social media.
Yes.
And I don't even post a lot, to be honest. So you don't have to be out here posting all the time. Okay, granted, I did gain a lot of followers very quickly.
No, but you did the pre-work.
Yeah, which is I put myself out there. Yes. I went on TV. So
yeah, exactly.
That ain't for the faint-hearted. No, I'll tell you that. Yeah. But it's a quick. If you want to get there quick, go on TV. Oh no, that's another avenue. Go on reality. Yeah. In all honesty, just be. Prepare,
have discernment with it,
and then just have a plan. This is what I didn't have. Have a plan for after. Have a business plan, because everyone does going into all these different shows now. They have a plan, and you can do really well for yourself. Yeah, just don't be done with it.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing, right? Whatever avenue you're going to choose, you have to make sure that you have strategy in place. That's it. For
sure. Yeah.
Strategy, consistency, and then the emotional belief that you can and you're deserving of this kind of lifestyle. You will get there, but you can't stop.
No.
Because you will be challenged along the way, and God will test you.
Put up the gas, right? You gotta, and there will be a time, like I mentioned, that where you're like, you can soften in a bit, you can stop, you can slow down. Everything goes in seasons,
ebbs and flows. Yeah.
So there will be a chance to stop, but when you're first starting, you cannot stop until you've at least made it. You know. Yeah,
and you'll have that feeling. You'll be like, I'm good.
Yeah, and everyone's version of made it is different.
That's right.
Like, you might not want this grand lifestyle where you're traveling every month, but you know, even if it's just you can go out for dinner whenever you want, or
you can buy the kids whatever they want without second guessing.
Yeah, you don't have to think about money.
Yeah,
you know, you don't have to look at the price tag of everything.
You can order a 3-course menu for 2 people and the bottle of wine and the champagne, and it's fine.
I'm not worried.
Right,
whenever you want. I think that's the ultimate richness. It is not having to worry. You know, just being comfortable.
Yeah, and I know
rich people always say, I'm comfortable, but truly comfortable is not having to look at the price and not worrying and not stressing about money, because you always ultimately know you'll be okay.
Exactly. Yeah. Right? It's living in rich frequency.
Yeah.
That is essentially what is going to get you to living in that millionaire lifestyle, is living in a rich frequency. And so the biggest advice is define what rich means to you.
Yeah.
That's it.
100%.
Define what rich is to you, define what success is to you, and then actually create a vision of like, all right, what does a millionaire lifestyle actually look like for me? How do I have to feel when I wake up in the morning?
Yeah.
And then to actually get that done, what do I have to do? And then stick to the one thing. That's it.
Yeah.
Right?
Just one thing.
For me, it was sales.
Yeah.
That was sales got me, not e-commerce.
Yeah.
Sales got me there.
Same.
Yeah.
Sales.
Right?
Yeah. It could have been other things.
Yeah. But it was the thing that we were just so great at.
Yeah. Well, because there's other things that they could work, but like, is your heart in it?
That's what I mean. So like I tried everything. We both tried. We tried everything. And
there's
then
not
it's
a job I haven't tried. My CV is like, I've done like 150 jobs.
Yeah. And then you just, like same, I've done 150 different business ideas.
Literally,
but did I like all of them? No. Did I like 2 out of 30? Yeah.
But we tried.
And that's all that you need.
We're resilient. You build up so much resilience when you do that as well. You're like steel, like nothing can get past you because you've tried and you failed and you've tried again and you failed and you keep trying and then eventually something sticks. It always does.
That's it, right? Yeah. All you need is one thing. That is all you need. And then the word of advice is, this is totally possible for you.
Yeah, of course.
We're literally living examples.
Yes.
Right? And we are so young.
Yeah.
We're literally, no, we are.
Speak for yourself.
No, we are. We are so young. I started living this crazy lifestyle at like 25. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I was a bit older. I mean, I've always had, it's funny because I've never had to worry about money since I was 26.
See, that's what I mean.
So similar.
It's young to do this. But then I think of, some of the guys that I've been dating is 25 and like multi-millionaires.
It's just a different breed.
There is so much opportunity. So please just go and define what it is to you, what it is that you really want from life, and then choose one thing and stick to that.
Yeah, because the online space, you're sitting on a gold mine. Especially with AI. Yeah. Just saying.
I know.
Get into AI in some form.
Literally just like Cassie was watching me film some AI stuff before.
Yes.
And she was like,
AI is the future. Unfortunately, AI is the future.
Yeah, it is. It's here.
Yeah, whether you want it to be or not, they're going to take over a lot of jobs. So anything to do with AI is a good move, I'd say.
I also love personal branding though. There's something authentic that can never be replaced.
Yeah, and the organicness. Like people want to follow you for your personality.
Absolutely.
Oh, and a new thing that's on the rise is just if you're in a cool friendship group, you guys should all post because people get invested in friends.
Oh, that's nice.
And then you can reshare each other. You can just post as a friendship group. You can share your dating stories. You can do a friend podcast. You can do day in the lives. You can do all sorts with your friends.
That's beautiful personal branding.
Yeah,
like community branding.
So obsessed with friendship at the moment and
because of the disconnectedness.
Right? After COVID, yeah. So get out there with your friends.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Right? Post. If you have a few good girlfriends, find your little niche and just post.
Yeah, that's cute. I would watch that stuff.
I love that.
Yeah, it is cute.
Oh, I think we leave it there. All right, well, leave in the comments what your takeaway is and what you're going to try because we want to push you girlies to be the best version of yourself.
Absolutely.
Right? We want you to live this lifestyle. We want you to experience this richness that we get to.
Yeah.
Because to us, richness is bouginess.
Yeah, of course.
That's just part of our definition, right? But whatever it is for you, you can have it all. Just
absolutely. You can have whatever you want. Sky is the limit.
Yes. All girlies, you got to like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.